Hello, my dear student. In this video, we will learn ratio and proportion. First, we will learn what is ratio. For that, we will learn ratio by comparing by taking the differences. We often employ the approach of taking differences between the quantities when comparing the quantity of same type. We oftenly use the differences between the quantities. In some of the cases, a comparison by the difference is not preferable to the comparison by division. Uh, when we examine two quantities in terms of how many times this comparison is called ratio, we will call that ratio. And if we compare by division, in many of the cases, division is used to make a more meaningful comparison of amounts. That is, seeing by how many one quantity to the other quantity. Means comparison by ratio is a name given to this procedure. You can see these two symbols are known as ratio. These two symbols are representing ratio here. The two quantity must be in the same unit to be compared via ratio. If we are taking one quantity as kilometer, then second should also be in kilometers. So both the quantity should be in the same units, and of course ratio is not having a unit. Then we can by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator of the same number, we can make them equivalent ratio, or we can drive equivalent ratios. So now let's, for example, Isha weighs 10 kg, whereas her father weighs 50 kg. The weights of Isha's father and Isha are said to be 50 ratio 10. They both are in the same unit, so same quantities. We will call it 50 ratio 10. So when we divide both the numbers by 10, it will become 5 ratio 1. We will call it 5 ratio 1. Here, the same ratio can occur in a variety of circumstances. It it's worth nothing that the ratio A ratio B is not the same as B ratio A. As a result, the order in which other quantities are taken to express the ratios is important. For example, 5 ratio 3 is not same as a 3 ratio 5. A ratio can be expressed as a fraction also. If we write any fraction like 5 7 ratio 9, we can express a 7 upon 9 also. In fraction, we will write the first as a numerator and the second one as denominator. It's the simplest form. A ratio can be expressed in a fractional form. For example, if we have 78 ratio 39 is considered as 78 upon 39 as a simplest way. So uh, we can see that 78 and 39 are the multiples of 39, and we will write their factor like 1 and 2. So that will be the ratio. If fractions corresponding to the ratios are same, they are comparable, we can say 1 ratio 2 is identical to 5 ratio 10, or 8 ratio 16, because they all are identical. So we say two ratios are in proportion if they are equal, and we use these symbols, the symbol of this, uh, and we also write equal to equate them. We say two ratios are not in proportion if they are not equal. The four quantities involved in a statement of proportion are known as their respective terms. when they are taken in order. So extreme terms are the first and fourth terms in proportion, whereas middle terms are second and third terms. In the first example, you can see 16, 48, 17, and 51. We have to check are they in proportion or not. To find the solution, what we will do, we will find the ratio of first two numbers. Here you can see we have 16 and 48. We will find the ratio of these two numbers. So ratio of 16 to 48 is 1 upon 3. uh, if we divide both the number on 16, so it will be 16 ones are 16 and 16 threes are 48, so ratio will be 1 ratio 3. And same if we do with the 17 and 51, both are the multiple of 17 and 51, so the ratio will be 1 ratio 3, and both the numbers are having the same ratio, and we will call this as a proportion because the ratio of both the numbers are same. So we can say um, 16 and 51 are extremes, whereas 48 and 17 are middle terms. The we can find the proportion by multiplying, by finding the product of extremes and middle terms also. If their product is same, then we can say the ratio is in proportion. So now let's check is the ratio of 5 centimeter to 3 meter and 24 seconds to 5 minutes form a proportion. So as we already have discussed that proportion, if we going to take a ratio, the quantity should have the same unit. Here we have different unit like centimeter and meter. First we have to arrange them into the same units, as we will convert the bigger unit into the smaller. We have 15 centimeter and 3 meter. We will convert 3 meters into centimeters. So we already know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. We will convert 3 meter into 300 centimeter, and after that we will find the ratio of 15 centimeter to 300 meter. And after doing so it will be 15 ratio 300. And if we convert 24 seconds to 5 minutes, and it will be 24 ratio 5 into 60 by converting it into seconds, and it will again 24 ratio 300, which is not same. So we will say 24 ratio 300 is not same, they are not in proportion. And after this we can also find uh, we also have one another method where we will use a unitary method. Here the meaning of unitary means one unit, means we will find the value of one. This method involves first determining the value of one unit, then determine the value of a required number of units. So for example, if we have a cost of soap that is given 250 rupees, what will be the cost of 23 soaps? See, we have given the cost of one dozen, and we know that one dozen is equal to 12. To find the cost of one soap, first we have to divide. To find the value of one unit, we have to divide it by the quantity. We will divide the cost by quantity, and that is equal to 12. After dividing, we will get the rupees, the cost of one soap. Now to find the cost of 23 soaps, we will multiply 23 with the cost of one, and after multiplying we will get the value of all 23 soaps. So in this way we will use the method of unit to find the value of another. So this is our whole chapter. Here we have learned the ratios, proportions, and the unitary method. I hope this is clear. Bye bye.